Hi, morning everybody. Sorry I'm a couple of minutes late. I actually got a little bit carried away on the internet and forgot what time it was. So how are you today? Where are you? What's your weather like? I heard we're supposed to be having thunderstorms this weekend. I'm sorry if you've got them. We've got lovely sunshine. It's like summer out there. Can't wait to go walking, Bob. Hi Mel. Hi Kim. Hi Anne. Hi Susan. Morning to you, and Karen to you too. How you doing? Hi Sarah and Sue. Hello. Morning to you. I've got some new fabrics to show you. I've got some beautiful dressmaking fabrics, new Lewis and Irene collections, fat quarters, and then we're going to make a gift bag with a round base as requested, because I didn't forget, Leanne. Didn't forget. Christian Tracy, Irene, hello. Did you get your panel? Hi Zach, jolly good morning to you and everybody too. Jane and oh hi Alan. Oh lovely, I'm glad your date went well. You got another one. Janet and Jean and Anne-Marie and Bloodman and Susan and Elaine and Sarah Jane. No thunder in Devon. Let's hope it stays over the sea somewhere. Cheryl, Jackie, Diane and Janet. Hello to everybody. Sorry if I missed anybody. Oh, Jilly, hello. Hello to you. Dry, not so sunny in Girvan, says Jean. Christina, Janet and Melissa and Carol and Chris. Oh, hi, Chris. Here today. Won't be here on Wednesday. I've been a cruise. That's not John's cruise, is it? Another cruise? Oh, you're just going cruise crazy, you Chris, aren't you? Spoil yourself, why not? You deserve it. Steph and Tracy, Susan, hello, Anna and Val and Sue. Right, not yet. It's on its way to you, Irene, definitely. Tornado yesterday, says Steph. Where was that? Oh gosh. Right, Babs, Dan, Linda, Ruby, Coco, Ruby. Go. Lynn, hello. Julie. Samantha, got the wood fire on. Oh, it's summer here, Samantha. It's summer here. Right, let me show you some of these fabrics. Let's get going. So these are fabulous. Look at these. This is new Lewis and Irene collection. And let's see what it's called, because I can't remember because we've got so much new stuff going on. This is Nature Trail. So this one is creatures on light green. So we've got woodland creatures, fox, owls, and little hedgehogs, deer. There's acorns and oak leaves. Hey, is it that time of year already when squirrels are collecting acorns and conkers and things like that and burying them? Are they? Because there's squirrels all over the place at the moment. Went into work this morning and I had to avoid about 3 hopping over the road. Yeah, they just seem very, very busy. So yeah, maybe they're getting ready to stock up for the winter. We always know when they've been stocking up on conkers because we get little trees growing up in plant pots. We don't have a conker tree. So yeah, because they forget sometimes. So yeah, we get random trees popping up. Don't know about you. Alana's in Asda's car park while husband shops. A bit like when you were a kid and your parents went to the pub and brought you a lime and lemonade and a bag of crisps in the car. Remember that? I used to think it was alcoholic. I just think it was ever so grown up to have a lime and lemonade. Let's have a lime and lemonade, please. Naughty. Oh, Chris had a squirrel in the caravan on Thursday. Oh, how lovely. Oh, love squirrels. Cherryade. Oh, Cherryade. Oh, we weren't that posh, Kaz. No, but I did think it was very grown up. And plain crisp. Yeah, I think you could only get. You could either have plain salt and vinegar, cheese and onion, or beef. I think that was the range of crisps. Oh, hi Ruth. How are you? Oh no, it's been a long time. Things might be getting quieter soon. You'll have to come over to the office. There's a rather nice pub opposite. We could have lunch. I'll show you around. Anne, hello. Shirley's got squirrels in the garden that take pebbles and bury them. Oh, what with the salt bag, Susan? What was that about? Oh yes, sorry, the crisps. Yes, with the salt bag. Still do those, don't they? Salt and shakes. Because I like those without the salt. I'm not a fan of salt. Not fun, really. Right, going sunbathing on my sun lounge in Spain is Diane. Oh, I wish I was with you. I haven't been on holiday for donkey's years. Hi, Carol. Oh, hi, Adam. How are you? Busy, hopefully. with your daughter. Nice to hear from you. Linda, hello, Anne. Oh, sorry, talking to Anne. Anyway, talking about these, weren't I? So we have Nature Trail Nature's Treasures on Warm Cream. I love the colours of these, and very, very this time of year, aren't they? Very autumnal. Very lovely. Oh, hello, Dolores. First time here in Maryland, in USA. So what time is it over there, Dolores? And you're a club member. Oh, congratulations and thank you. I want to have a chat about that in a minute. This here club. That is a squirrel obsessive. Oh, we had a baby one. I know that, you know, there's babies all over the place, but you don't see them very often. But it was earlier on in the year, a little tiny thing, just probably would put some nuts out for it. It's so cute. Oh, 6 a.m. Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad, is it? In America, just finished off a batch of damson jan. Oh, my mother used to make damson jan. We used to grow we used to have damson trees. We've still got a damson tree in the garden. They just all seem to be a bit bad by the time we get around to picking them. Alan's going indoor rock climbing. Lovely. That's something that my eldest lad and my granddaughter do on a regular basis. Janet's waiting for a kilo of fabric. Everything's on its way, I think, Janet. Apart from orders from last night and today, we were bang up to date. Lovely and sunny in Lincolnshire, says Amanda. Lovely. Anyway, here we go. So that's the third one, which is the Nature Trail. That's really unusual, isn't it? Because it's leaves, but it's kind of got a, saw my roots there, like a faint leaf shadow in the background as well. But look, they're all just little leaves, oak leaves, and yeah, that's the only one I recognise. There you go. So we have these three, but then we've also put together that quarter bundle. So let me pop those out of the way, because you don't get fat quarters with Lewis and Irene. So we've had some put together for you. So if you want to do a bit of quilting, or half meters are just too much for your project, then we have all three of these in fat quarter sizes, and we've also added into the equation paprika. So you've got a blend of fabric in there as well. Second day of very autumn in Silloth. We used to go to Silloth caravanning every year. Oh gosh, I don't remember very much about it or where we parked, but there was a tunnel that you walked down from the road down to the beach. Am I right there? Let me know. I went all back in time then by about 60 years. And I'm sure there was a tunnel under the pavement. Oh, Amanda's just taken Megan and Sophie out for a walk in the sun. Oh, nice. I'm making the most of it. Oh, I'm very good. Thank you, Claire. Oh, I've got some fabric with the Dalmatians coming up in a sec. Karen loves all the woodland animals. Lovely. 8 p.m. in Queensland, Australia. It's been a wonderful day. And is our carnival off? I think you got cut off there. Carnival or something. Oh, she's going to message again, I think. Now, this is the second collection. So we've got 3 in this collection, which are Bluebell Grey Flower collection. Actually, this, I think, would have gone very nicely with the... we can't get it anymore, I don't think. There's a bumbleberry in this colour blue, which matches really well. So this one is Flower Library, Dancing Flowers, and Ditsy Cornflower. Look, they're just pretty, aren't they? Pretty, classic, dainty, small prints, English paper piecing, smaller projects. You don't lose the design on the smaller prints, but just the watercolours, they're absolutely beautiful. And again, we have put together fat quarters. Might be the bit that's blocked now and have to walk round to the beach. Oh, okay. Donkey's years since we've been there. Sharon's on a bag workshop tomorrow. Oh, enjoy your bag shop. Enjoy your bag shop tomorrow, Sharon. Just mashing words together, you know. The prom is lovely in the green. Yeah, I don't remember. I was a very small child, I think. Hello, hi. Hello, hi. Hello, Di. In Sydney, Australia. Right, we've put together fat quarter bundles. So you get all 3 of those plus a purple, which I just think goes so well with them. So again, these are £13 for the 4 fat quarters for both of them, either choice, and not something that you see. Oh, sorry, £13.75. Not something that you see very often. Is fat quarters from these collections, and of course Lewis and I are only talking about premium quality and the latest range as well. We are on the waiting list, or the pre-orders, for all of their collections for the rest of the year. Mind you, there's not much of the rest of the year left, is there, to be honest? Right, so those are fat quarter bundles. Do you want to have a look at some dressmaking fabric? I'm gonna, oh no, oh, where should we start? Let's start at the very beginning. What we got on here? Victoria and Albert Serenity in Japan faux silk. Oh, this is lush. Kimonos, pajamas, beautiful drapey tops and elegant dresses. It is absolutely lush. And of course, because it's a faux silk, easier to sew. I just got a little bit of give in that as well, which is nice. A lot easier to care for, you know, you don't have to worry about watermarks and all that kind of thing. So let me just check. I'm assuming it's a polyester. Yeah, polyester. But you wouldn't know. It looks like silk, feels like silk. It's beautifully cool, but very elegant. The Little Witch. Oh, that's PJ the Mouse, who's pinched Robin's hat. So those are 2 projects from the Half Yard Club. Hi Myra. Oh, saying hello to June. Amanda's in Devon. Hello to you too. Oh, Alana, I did see your email and I put it to one side because I haven't been in the office and I forgot to tell Jan. I think she's in work tomorrow, so I'll get her to have a look for a colour match. Just need to get the actual panel so that we can measure it, unless you want to just measure around the edge of it. So I'll get Jan to get back to you tomorrow. So yes, V&A. So that one is bamboo. Lovely. Just feels so nice. So if you're looking for you know, a Christmas outfit, or if you're maybe having friends over and you just want to look very glamorous in your nightwear, then this is fantastic. V&A again, Serenity in Japan. This one is Rolling Hills in black. Just can't stop touching it. It's so tactile. But it's beautiful, and it feels, oh, it feels just cool and soft. Hi, Tisha. And yeah, oh, pouch over my left shoulder. This one, blue one, is a kit. That's the Scrappy Patchwork. It's a Liberty kit, which we have on the website. We've got blue and we've got pink. Easy to sew, Christina, I would say. I mean, I haven't used it, but maybe use a walking foot if you have one. Don't go out and buy one, especially if you don't. I think treat it a little bit like viscose because it's quite a fluid fabric, so plenty of support. So if you've got your sewing machine, extension table, or make sure you've got room on the table to support it, because it can be a little bit slippy. It may slip against itself as well, so lots and lots of pins, and I would suggest you pin into the seam allowance, not actually directly onto the pins here. But yeah, so it looks and feels like silk, but it behaves a lot better than silk does. But it is quite a fluid fabric, so just be aware of slippage like that. Right. Morning. Oh, Judy, I'm glad you found us. Found us at last. What else have we got? Any more V&As? Oh, now then, this. Oh, I wish we had touchy telly, because this is velvet. This is amazing. So pleased with this one. Serenity in Japan velvet, lilac bamboo. This one's called. This is just. Oh. So yeah, it's got a pile on it. It's quite flat, so it's not a big heavy velvet, but it's just so soft. So yes, for something to wear. But I'm just thinking, wouldn't that make such beautiful pillowcases, or cushion covers, homewares, things like, oh, an evening bag. Oh, that would be amazing, an evening bag made out of this one. Ah. Oh, hi Linda, hello. Welcome along. The mushroom Shirley on the back shelf are something that Kim's working on, so there will be on the website as a download when she's finished the pattern. So I think I love them. I just think they're so fun. She wasn't sure whether to put faces on them or not. And you've got to have the faces on. They just look so cute with the faces. Hello, Michelle. More gorgeous fabrics. Oh, I know. We're asked constantly for dressmaking fabrics, so sometimes you just get what you ask for. Okay, let's go bold. These ones, neon bloom rayon. How's that for fun? It's a little bit cave-esque, isn't it? But I'm thinking, you know, it's one of those fabrics that if you don't like to wear something too bold, just make an infinity scarf out of that would be lovely. But with it being a rayon, again, it's just got that really lovely drape to it. So perfect for dressmaking, perfect for anything that may have gathers or elastication in it, because it doesn't kind of puff up when it's gathered, because it's just so draped. They're fun, guys. Oh, the old ones are the old ones, Kaz. A little bit psychedelic, I have to say. Very 1960s inspired. In fact, this whole range is a little bit like that. So that one is Neon Bloom. This one is Sundown and Skylight. So again, you've got another rayon. No reason why you can't use finer fabrics like this for other projects. If you potato puffs. If you put some backing on it. So if you put an interfacing, you could easily use something like a Bosal or the craft fleece to give it a stiffness if you wanted to make something firmer out of that. So I don't think, oh, I love the print, but I wanted to make a bag, because you would be able to do that. I would suggest also, if you're going to use these for things like cushion covers, is to put something like a G700 behind it, just to give the fabric a little bit more stability, because it will kind of flow a little bit. It's very much, again, like viscose, behaves in that kind of way. I kind of vaguely remember potato puffs were the round ones, weren't they? What were the round ones? And they kind of had a seam around them, like a complete spherical ball with cheese in the middle, like a cheese pasty thing. What were they called? Can't remember. Can't remember. Potato puffs in a red bag in the 60s. They melted on your tongue. I don't remember those. Anyone remember what they were called? Potato puffs in a red bag. Were they called potato puffs? I don't know. I can't remember. Cheese footballs. That was it, Michelle. Cheese footballs. Oh, they were nice. Yeah, cheese balls. Oh, sorry, my mind went somewhere completely different then. Right, the last one of this range, look at that one. This one is Vibrant Flowers, and again in the rayon. Oh, that would make a nice top. You know, like the circle blouse. Loads of fun. They're all £8 for half a metre, and I think they're 140 wide, so you've got a dressmaking width on those as well. Yes, I think they're all kind of retro, these ones, Karen. Potato puffs. They were actually called potato puffs by Burton's. Tangy tomatoes. Don't remember tangy tomatoes. Right, I've got another rayon though. This one's a little bit more calm. Actually, no, this is another of the Victoria and Albert ones. So this is that a viscose? I'm asking you and you don't know. Yes, that is a viscose. So it's another Serenity in Japan. So that is part of the collection, the satin ones that we started with. You wouldn't use them together if you're dressmaking. But that's just Japanese blossom, isn't it? It's just beautiful. And again, you've got that lovely drapey, lightweight fabric. Still get them at Christmas. Can you still get them at Christmas? I wonder why they don't bring them out all year round. It's like the cream eggs. Why do they only come out of teas? I love a cream egg. Love a cream egg. How do you eat yours? I do bite the top off and then stick my tongue in there and lick it all out. But probably not in public, actually. Oh, Friday, Carlo again, says Sylve. Oh, Friday, Carlo, what else? Trousers. Oh, that would make lovely trousers. Oh, that'd be really comfortable. Dull in Northern Ireland, says Dukey Lady. Don't send it over this way, will you? It's rather nice outside at the moment. Right. I'm getting round to Dalmatians, Claire. I'll be with them in a minute. We're going to go a little bit retro and talk vintage simplicity. I love the way that Craft Cotton have designed these because the images are from original simplicity patterns, but they've put them onto different backgrounds so that you've got that, you know, the what? How did anybody really have a waist that size? Honestly. Mind you, there weren't burgers around then, I suppose. Yeah, really lovely. And the leaves in the background, so that was quite tropical. And then we've got, looks like willow leaves in the background there, just beautiful. Could be bamboo. I think the sage would go really well with these two if you wanted a plain as well. 25th of first. Oh, talking to somebody else. Reader car. Oh, I don't know if you've got any of that left one now. That fabric left. They had potato puffs in the tuck shop at school. Never seen them since. That was 60 years ago. Do you remember sweet shops when they used to have jars of sweets at the back of the counter, and you could get like rainbow sherbet, and they'd pour it into. Was it in a cone? We used to wrap up. My mother never threw anything away. Like Little Our bin was empty every week. If I did, I didn't think the bin man even came every week then. Anyway, I remember one bin man actually used to come into your garden and pick your bin up and stick it on the back and then put it back into your garden again. Before wheelie bins, and you didn't have to take them out onto the pavement. They came and got them for you. Anyway, ours was always empty. So my mum used to save envelopes, any kind of envelopes, and she cut them in half diagonal, put sugar in them, and then we'd dip rhubarb sticks and eat them with sugar on the end of it. Oh, we are going back in time a bit, aren't we? Sherbet dib dabs. You can still get those, I think, Kaz. Sherbet dib dabs. And didn't they do one in a packet with a lolly in it as well? Because not everyone's a fan of licorice. 2 ounce and 4 ounce measures. Yeah. Cone paper bags for sweets. Yes, remember those. Right, so that's that one. Dalmatians, Claire. Amongst other dogs. These are a wider fabric. I think they're 140, might be 135. And we got dogs. French Bulldog, Dalmatian, Afghan, Chihuahua. Don't know. Yeah, there's not a bobbin on there, but just nice soft colours on that one as well. So if you are a dog lover or a mouse lover, then that's a lovely fabric for you. We've got a few of these poppy fabrics for you, and again they're wider than normal for those. So have a closer look at that one. Spot your dog. Sherbet founty yummy, says Alison. 2 ounces of sherbet pips for threepence. Threepence. That would be an old threepenny bit then. Remember those? Still got some somewhere. Been wanting fabric like this to make one of crossbody bags. Oh, that's a nice idea, Karen. Yeah, a crossbody doggy bag. And then there's a couple. These are the final fabrics, I think, to show you. Let me just see what these are called. Jamboree bags. I don't remember a jamboree bag. What's a jamboree bag, Linda? Fairy tale fine cotton poplin. So this one is Bordeaux red, and this one is the emerald green, and again they're extra wide fabrics, this one. Oh, Mary's got a sweet shop near here with jars of sweets on the shelves. Oh, that's nice. Didn't used to like pear drops, didn't taste like pears, wasn't a fan of those. But what was the lemon ones that had sherbet in the middle of them, like a hard-boiled sweet, but when you got to the middle there was sherbet in them? Lucky bags, yeah. Janet's got a couple of threepenny bits as well. Pineapple, oh no, I'm not a pineapple fan, Kaz, but yeah, I remember those. The fairies with the mushrooms are sweet. Oh, I thought, thinking sweets, I don't remember fairies. No, these are lovely, they're very cute. So they're like fairies with using the mushrooms as umbrellas. Look, I think that is very sweet, but they're nice autumnal, you know, they're not pretty girly fabrics. Chocolatey clay. See, I can't eat them anymore, my teeth aren't up to it these days. Yes, I love a chocolatey clay. Oh, okay, Cynthia, thanks for tuning in anyway. Sounds like you're busy anyway. Sherbet dish and licorice. Yeah, I was a fan of licorice. I took the sherbet off and I eat the licorice. Uncle Mac drops. Don't remember that one, Julie. Love pineapple. Ooh, what do I hate pineapple? Blah, blah, horrible, blah. Anyway, I wanted to show you posh scissors. These are applique scissors or duck-billed scissors, but we've got rose gold handles. I wonder if I can take that out without spoiling the packaging so I can show you why I like them. Here we go. If you haven't used these before, if I haven't actually got any applique I can show you, but if you're trimming back applique, have I got some applique? No. Basically, use a pair of scissors and they cut this way. You use these scissors and they cut flat, which means if you're cutting right up to the edge of a piece of applique, you can get right to the edge. The duck bill will prevent you going all the way through and cutting it off, but it means you can cut flat. They are ingenious. If you've got some trim that's going around a chair or something like that and you need to trim it, very difficult to get into something flat when you've got scissors like this. You probably find that you're trying to cut this way and you're still not flat against the table because your fingers get in the way. But these will absolutely cut flat. They are incredibly sharp. And not just for applique. So for trimming anything back like that, you get a really accurate cut. The rose gold handles I think are a bonus. It just makes them a little bit posher, but that's why I like them so much. So if you don't have applique or duck-bill scissors in your toolbox, then I'd suggest that you buy some, because you really will find them incredibly useful. So that's those. So that is everything. Up to the edge of a seam, yes, absolutely. I'll demonstrate them at some point. I just haven't got anything here that would be appropriate to do that with. But that's what I love about them, cutting flat. And except for upholstery, they are genius. Arrowroot stick. Oh no, arrowroot stick. I don't remember that, Jean. Oh, also, no, two more things about the website. We've got the box bases in, and we're going to sell out. So this is it. Yours won't be like this exactly, because you'll have a seam allowance on yours. We had that added afterwards. But if you've seen those on Sewing Street, we sold thousands of them and they're still coming in. But we have allocated them to the website now. When they sell out, because I think they're going to sell out probably now, then we will hopefully have some more by the end of the week. So go on the waiting list, all right? So it'll say keep me informed at the side where it says sold out, keep me informed, and either tick the box if you're logged in, or you can just put your email address and then you get an email as soon as they come back in stock again. But we've only got a certain amount allocated to the website at the moment, and hopefully we'll have more in by the end of the week. There you go, Alison. Yes, we do. If they're still there, I only put them on just before I came here. They've literally just gone on. But I think they're going to go like that. We've sold thousands of them. They're really useful. They're only £4.99, but again, yours will have a seam allowance across the end of each one of those as well. And if you haven't seen them before, these will give you a perfectly accurate 1, 2, 3 or 4-inch finished size to your bag bases. That's why you've got the 1/4 inch seam allowance on there. So if you look at that and you think, well, that's not 4 inches. No, it's 2 1/4 inches, because by the time you've taken your seam allowance off and open that up, that will give you your 4-inch box space. And the only other thing I wanted to mention about the website is the fusible craft fleece. Our suppliers increased the price, actually by quite a bit. We've had to put the price up. It's £8.25 a metre instead of £7.99. They actually increased the price a lot more than that, so we've taken a hit on that. But it's still a very competitive price, and it's a lot less than the H630s and H640s. So it's still worth every penny. But I'm sorry about that, but that's a little bit out of our control. But we'd say we've taken a hit on that as well. Listen, all you do literally is if that was my fabric and I wanted to base the corners and I need a finished size of a 4-inch, I do that and I draw around there. That's it. If I want a 1-inch finished size, I'll draw there, and 2-inch you draw there, and 3-inch you draw there. If you have a bag base that wraps around like this, you're only going to have a seam allowance down one edge, in which case you line up the line that's on the bottom there and then the edge here. So that will give you allow for your seam allowance there and include your seam allowance on the side that you need it to. So it's really easy. All right, Alana, is that on the website now? The next one is on the, so we're talking about Susie's workshops. Our next one is on the 19th of October, and it's going to be foundation paper piecing for beginners. If it's always baffled you a little bit, or you're unsure of it or not too fond of it, it'll be a small piece of foundation paper piecing. I don't know what she's doing yet. She's got to design a pattern and then probably make it into either a bag or a cushion cover. And it's fun. It's just fun. All right, yes, Kimberly's just posted the next workshop is up and the tickets are available to buy. We only have a limited amount. We can only fit on workshops where the sewing machines, we can only fit 10 because there's no room for any more sewing machines. Hi Denise. The green bag behind me is one of the projects from Half Yard Club. Wanted to talk about that for just a second. If you want to buy a gift voucher, we do have those. I think the battery's going. I'm going to move myself over there and just go into the Half Yard Club, not that one, and log out. So this is Half Yard Club, and this is how you can join. Under here is buy a gift subscription, so you don't have to be a member, you don't have to be logged in if you wanted to buy somebody a gift subscription. So click on there, and we do 3 months for £17.50, 6 months for £33, or a year for £60. And then all of the details on how to do that are down here. If you wanted to give it as a Christmas gift, maybe put the recipient's name as you, and then you can forward it later on as well. If you just sign in, there's another offer that I wanted to show you. Oh, bear with me a second. I don't know why it's doing that, because it's asking me to update my password, and I've only logged in this morning. Update password. Here we go. So when you're logged in, if you click on my account and then refer a friend down here, if your friend takes us up, then you're going to get a free download of 7. I don't know if any of these have come back yet, I don't think so, but these are some of the first projects that we ever did. So that's your gift. Your friend will get a free 2-month trial. Maybe you could split it with them. So all you need to do is put your friend's name, your friend's email address, and send an invite, and that's it. And then wait to see. So all of the T's and C's are there. And the 30% discount code on all Search Press books now should have been in your newsletter. I had questions about that as well, so have a look at your newsletter. If you, let's just go over here, see if I can access it without showing everybody the code. The newsletters, if you haven't received one or you don't want to receive newsletters via email, click on read now. I'm not going to do it now because there's all kinds of offers in there, but click on that and then you should see the 30% off codes. Okay, so look, members, check your inbox, otherwise have a look here. Okay, so that's new offers, and again I want to show you some of these projects as well. Projects that are coming back. We're gonna bring them all back. We're not going to bombard you. They're not coming all at once. But look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, I think that's it. So that's extra projects that we put back this month. So there's 17 extra projects on there. So if you've been thinking about joining the club, it really is a good time to join. There's so many projects on there at the moment. I think when you first join up, so I've just lost YouTube. Oh, there you go. Oh, you've gone again. When you first join up, you've got over 70 projects to choose from. You don't have to do them all. I've been watching for a retro apron. Done one, Susan. If you have a look, put my name into the YouTube search bar and put in apron. There's a 1950s inspired apron on there. Quite an old one, but definitely on there. Craft fleece. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Alana. Yeah, it's a little bit thinner, but it's firmer. So I much prefer the craft fleece to HX13, HX40 for bag making. It gives a really nice finish. The Dukey Lady, the green bag, is one of the Half Yard Club projects. You need to be a member for that one. Steph says, definitely worth being a part of this amazing club. Thank you. Did I see a giraffe behind me on Wednesday? You might have seen a reindeer. No, I haven't done a giraffe yet. Might have done a giraffe for a future project, but you know, don't know. You wouldn't have seen a giraffe behind me, then I hadn't made it. Dukey Lady's a member. Yeah, it should be on there then, Dukey Lady. Right, should we do this? What time is it? It's 20 to 12 already. We haven't even started on this yet. Right, so sewing a, whoops, go over there. We were talking circular bases. So I'm going to use this fabric because I think it's so much fun. It's embroidery hoops. I did put the link in the description on YouTube and on Facebook as well. Janet says, well worth it being a member. Thank you. I'm going to use that. So let's cut out the circle base first of all. And I'm going to use a bowl. I could use my corner tool. Oh, hopefully these will be back in stock again later on this week as well. We do have them on order. So where's my pen? Let's just draw a circle. Ooh. Make it accurate, Deborah. So much information, says Samantha, about the Half Yard Club. Oh, thank you. Working on more for it as well. Next year is going to be very exciting. We have something a little bit different for you, hopefully starting in January, that I've been working on at the moment. So I'm not going to say too much at the moment, but something that we haven't done before that I think you're going to love. Big fat tears. So we should, excuse me, hopefully be announcing that halfway through December. So we're having these meetings all over the place. We have new members of staff. We're going to be doing meet the team at some point when we get around to taking pictures of everybody as well. So we've got Helen now and we've got Lucy on board as well, so that's really nice. Right, so I've cut out my circle, so that's going to be my base. So we're going to do a bit of maths now. So my circle measures 6 inches, actually tad over, 6¼ inches across. So who remembers pie? Not the kind you eat. No, I don't want messages, I want utilities, I want calculators. So 6.25 times 3.142. 6.25 times 3.142 equals 19.63. I'm going to round that down to 19½ inches. So that's my circumference is 19½ inches. So the strip of fabric I'm going to cut this way will be 19½ inches plus ½ inch seam allowance, because I want this fabric to be exactly the same size as this fabric when it's sewn together. So what did I say? 19½. Let's go 20 inches. That should do it. Have I got a rotary cutter? Yes. I've got a rotary cutter with no blade in it. And a couple of rotary cutters with blades in it, which always helps actually when you're cutting. So let's cut this selvage off. Remember logarithm books? I never understood what they were for. I can't remember much about them now. I can remember the actual book, and we did use it. Why did we have logarithm books? What? Don't. What was the rule of thumb? Gosh, anybody under the age of 60 is going to be wondering what on earth I'm talking about. Did anybody use the rule of thumb after you left school? I can't even remember what it was for. Martin has used them ever since. Well, oh, hi, Rita from Germany. Have a lovely time, won't you? Just to confuse. Yes, absolutely, it was to confuse us, wasn't it? What am I saying there? 20 inches I'm going, aren't I? Is that straight? Let's fold it over. I'm wasting a bit of fabric here, but there you go. So that needs to be 10 inches. Not too far. And how deep shall we have it? How deep shall we have? Let's go 10 inches that way as well. I think that's quite a reasonable size. So 10 inches that way is there. Right, so I've allowed for a quarter of an inch seam allowance, so we'll do that in a second. I'm going to make it into a drawstring though. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'll do it after because I want to sew through the lining as well so it covers everything. So I'm going to sew this together with a quarter of an inch seam allowance. Oh. Algebra, that's another one. I did get a maths O level, so I must have known what I was doing at some point. Right, let's sew down here. Yeah, I can't remember what logarithms are for. Have we not got any mathematicians out there? I'm not actually going to make the whole of this up because we were talking about sewing in bases, so that's what we're going to do here, I think. So I want to mark the opposite side to the seam that I've just made, so I've creased that and I'll mark it as well. I'm going to mark the quarter points, so let's line that up with that and mark. And mark. And we'll do the same here. Nicholas 57 and did logarithms and had a book. I always got the answers right, but no idea what they were for. Yeah, we're just doing sewing in round bases, Helen. So it will be a gift bag at some point. And then let's match those two together. Crease that, crease that. And then we'll match those points. And don't ever try and sew a base in without doing this, because most of that circle is actually cut on the bias and it can stretch. So even if you've got your measurements absolutely perfectly right, you might find by the time you get to the end or back to the beginning of where you're sewing, then the fabric's twisted a little bit. Oh, Linda, what's a sine and a cosine? It's been a long time since I had a logarithm book. I left school in '76. I don't understand algebra at school and ended up doing job worries it all the time, but didn't know it was called algebra. Oh, okay. I suppose they knew what they were doing. No, nobody's come up with what the rule of thumb was, though. What's the rule of thumb? Biz says log of 1,000 would be 10 to the third, 10 times 10 times 10. I just suppose we use maths a lot in sewing, don't we? As many pins as you can be bothered to put in for this one. And if you need to ease it, by that I mean stretching the fabric so that, you know, to make it meet, it's going to be a lot easier to do in short bursts like this than, as I said, if you sewed all the way around and then you've got a big loop at one side where it's a different size. So let's do that. Sine and cosine were used in calculus. Oh, you're all baffling me now. Never was good at studying. Oh, I missed that one, Bloodwin. What's happened? Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, thinking of you. Thanks for joining us today. That's really, really tough time. Right, and then we'll sew the two sides together. So again, I like to sew from the circle side as opposed to the straight side. And take your time, because we're sewing in a circle and not everybody's too confident in doing that. Don't sew over your pins. Just make sure that these edges are meeting. Again, if you need to ease it a little bit, so that means just not pulling so that the fabric puckers, but just pulling it so that the edges meet, then that's perfectly acceptable to do. But we want a nice flush finish to this, so we don't want any puckering or gathering. So again, just take your time as you go around and just keep matching. And don't be tempted to skimp on your pins. The more you pin, the better. And just keep going round. And I'm actually watching where the fabric goes underneath the foot, not the needle. Another tip for sewing in a circle: don't watch the needle, watch the fabric edge. The needle will take care of itself. So that's the base sewn in. Now then, how long have you got? Because I could finish it. I could actually make up the bag. Look, missed a bit. Should we do it? Should we make the bag up? Let's just sew that bit that I've missed. And then we're going to do exactly the same with the lining. After I've sewn up my hole. And here's go. You could sew over pins as long as they're crossways. No, I have never broken a needle on a pin, Carol. It's not so much the breaking of the needle. I think it's if you hit a pin with the needle, it can affect the balance of the machine. So I've been told. I just think it's safer not to. The worst thing I think would be to break a needle on a pin and the end of the needle fly off, or the pin split in half or something. So I just think it's a good habit to get into to avoid sewing over pins. I do see some professional sewers doing it and I cringe. Right, so that's base sewn in there. So let's do the same with the lining. So with this one, I found Sky Blue New. It's the same colour, which is fantastic. So we'll do the same again. Love this colour. So bright. In fact, I'll probably cut the length first and save a bit of fabric there, can't I? Is that 10 inches? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I'm cutting 20 inches around again. Let's make that nice and square. So chop off my selvage. And we did 2 10 inches, didn't we? So that's right up to the edge. Let me move that along a little bit. Get that out of the way. Used to a bigger cutting mat. This is quite a bit of a squish on here. So 10 inches now is there. And then 10 inches that way is there. Okay. And then I'll need my circle, which was a bowl again. So we're just going to do the same thing over again. Make the bag, the longer we're here, the more time before I have to go. Oh, online, Chris. Just get it all delivered. Okay, then we just, oh, see what I'm doing? Let's just cut this out again. There we go. Oh, Elizabeth says it's like shrapnel flying into your eyes, and I've witnessed someone ignoring that advice. And the very thing happened, but the pin end hit her in the forehead. Lucky for her, your eyes are precious. You can get your machine repaired, but not your sight. Good point. So I've never heard of it happening. It's just at the back of my mind. That's an accident waiting to happen. Not scaremongering or anything. But don't do it. Okay, so that is that. Now this time when I sew this together, nearly went. Sew this together in a tube. I'm going to leave a turning gap in the side. Jean says, when training the younger ones, I told them to count the change back to customers. Talking to somebody else. Oh, okay, Steph. Enjoy doing it. Okay, so just like before, crease there. Shan't mark it this time. I think the creases are quite obvious on this one. Crease there. And fold in half, crease, crease, crease. And fold in half. And crease. And then pin, pin, pin. Oh, Blodden had a friend who had the end of a needle going through. Oh. I had, many years ago when I was working on the old Crate and Craft, a long time ago, we used to sell felting machines, and I had a needle break on one of those, and I was with Dave Bradford, who was wearing glasses. Thankfully, he was wearing glasses. It flew straight into his eye. Well, hit his glasses. That could have been bad. Right, so just like we did before, plenty of pins all the way around, and then we'll sew it. Okay, see you later, Leanna. There we go. Anyway, flea cases are suitable for left-hand use. Oh, I don't know. I don't see why not. Yeah, that was only so dogs could hear, wasn't it? These are mine, so they're a bit mucky. Yeah, I don't see why not, because you're cutting flat, so it doesn't really matter whether you're cutting with your left hand or your right hand, because the blades are still doing the same action. So yeah, I think they'll be fine for left-handed. A sewing teacher called Mrs. Body who swallowed a pin. Ooh, that could have been a lot worse. We used to have I changed schools when I was at infant school, and I can always remember going from one headmistress who was Mrs. Stringer to the next headmistress who was Mrs. Roper. And we had a music teacher called Mr. Nightingale. We did have a history teacher called Miss Pratt. Not Platt, Pratt. I think I would have changed my name. Never lived that one down at school. Oh, Vivian said I have left-handed ones. Those don't work for us. Oh, thank you, Vivian. Apparently, no, then. Not good for left-handed. Thank you, because they looked all right to me. So again, just sew around in a circle, just like we did before. So this is just a bit blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we've done that, yeah. So exactly the same thing. And this is why I left the turning gap in the side, not in the bottom, because that would be rather difficult to sew up to keep neat afterwards. So again, just keep matching the edges. I have increased the seam allowance slightly, only by a tad. Where did that word come from? Tad. Because it helps the outer to sit inside. Sorry, the inner to sit inside the outer a little bit better. But, you know, you don't have to do that. Okay, almost back to the beginning. And then we're going to put the outer inside the lining, match at the seam at the back, and sew all the way around. I'm not going to pin this, but squish those in opposite directions, because I'm sure this one's going to be fine. Mr. Branson for geography and Mr. Pickles for French. Scariest teacher at school. There were two. They were married, Mr. and Mrs. Beer. Oh gosh, if you got called into their office. Oh, Mrs. Beer was an English teacher and then became headmistress at the grammar school. She was only about 2 foot tall, but she was scary. Attach means a small amount. Funny word though, isn't it, Andrew? Just a funny word. Tadge. Right, so again, just sewing all the way around the top. Yeah, should have pinned. I need to increase the seam allowance. I'm just going to put a little tuck in that. No, I'm not. I'm going to do it properly. I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So for some reason my outer is a little bit wider than my lining. So I'm going to sew almost up to the seam at the back. And look at that. It's just about 1/4 of an inch bigger for some reason. So I'm just going to taper the seam allowance. And make it fit. Could I use the bottom on the sleeve arm to do this bit? Absolutely. All right. And then let's turn this the right side out. Box bottom for a folded box bottom. Yes, I actually remembered, Susan. Well, I have at the moment. I don't know if I remember by Wednesday. But yes, folded box bottoms on Wednesday we're doing. Another bag. Might just that time of year. If you've got a lot of gift bags to make, just sewing the opening close by the way. Got a lot of gift bags to make. It's might be more interesting for you to have them all different rather than just doing the same thing and run over again. Right. Switch my iron on, we'll give that a press. Miss Pilgrim. And you always worked harder for the teachers that you liked. Yeah. That's the only reason I got my Maths O level, because I was down to do CSEs, but I got a grade 1 because I liked the teacher, so I thought I'll work hard for him. Paid off. As opposed to my sewing teacher, dropped that subject, didn't like her at all. Right. Yes, Joy, it is a DX7. Thanks, Mary, for that. Miss Vera Sparks. Yeah, I love it. We do have them on the website. They come directly from Franklin's for the same price. In fact, Juki should be the same price everywhere because they don't discount. But yes, if you want to buy one, we can get one to you. Just let me press the seam while I'm there as well. Now around the base, I do not have water in here for some reason, but around the base I do that thing where you steam and, well, let's do it. Steam and pinch. Oh, hi Dawn, how are you? The grammar school is the same as elementary. I was at elementary school, the first one, like the infant school. The grammar school, I was there from when I was 11 to 16, so it's like senior school. A sewing teacher called Mrs. Press. A biology teacher called Miss Percy. She was small in height and large in width, with a loud voice that put the fear of God into us too. All right. I was so surprised actually when I had my 2 grandchildren, my eldest lad's grandchildren, just before they went back to school. Beatrix, who's 9, I can't remember. I said, "Who's your teacher at school?" And she said, "Oh, it's Katie." We didn't even know our teachers' first names. Never mind call them by their first name. I was just really surprised. I suppose it's normal nowadays, but oh yeah, it's Katie. She's really nice. No, it was always Miss or Mr. And we called them all Miss or Sir. And we had a girls' entrance and a boys' entrance into the school, a girls' and a boys' playground. We weren't allowed to go in the other playgrounds, and we sat in the classroom, girls on one side, boys on the other, in alphabetical order, and had to stand up when the teacher walked in the room. Don't suppose there's any of that nowadays, is there? Hi, Karen. Hello, little spinning wheel. Miss or Mr. might, yeah. I wouldn't even know what the only teacher whose name we knew was the art teacher, who's a bit of a hippie, and we called him Dick. I think that's because that's what his name was. Dick Venny, his name was. Right, I'm just going to sew around the top. So I've pressed all of that. I've pinched the base just to give it a nice little seam there. Haven't used any interfacing on this one because it's going to have quite a gather. Sew around the top. And that's just going to neaten the top and keep the lining in place. And then I'm going to use some bias binding to make a channel to gather it. So I'd like the tie to be at the front, so the seam's going to the back. And I'm just going to have one piece of rope or cord going around this. So here's my binding. I'm using a bright pink on this one. That's a bit creased. Whoops. Oh. Just flatten that a bit. And I'm going to fold the end over. And just give that a quick press. I'm not going to measure this exactly, but I'm going to pop that just to one side of the centre and pin it, and I'll pin this all the way around, about an inch from the top. We do have Christmas Liberty fabric on the website. Yes, if you put Dawn Liberty into the search engine, we've got the latest Liberty range on there. It's a 15-piece collection. I think there is one left of the 15-piece fat quarter bundles as well. Get it going round. So I'd normally change my thread for pink here, but then I don't think I've actually got any pink here. And again, I'm not actually going to finish that end off. That went a little bit skew-whiff. Should have measured it really. That's it, a little bit higher up. And that's it. So that when I get back to the beginning, those two ends are kind of going to meet. Cutting that off a little bit longer than it needs to be. All right, and then we'll sew around. Oh, I've done it the wrong way around, haven't I? Let's do it the other way around. Let's fold that over first. Snip that off that and fold that end over. So I've left a gap of about ½ an inch. So that's where the cord's going to go. And sew around the edge. So, oh, foot pedal's upside down. What are you doing down there? So remember to reverse stitch here, because if there's any stress, then that's where it's going to be. And just keep going. And I'm putting this on at this point, not earlier, because I wanted it to go through the lining as well. Because if I just put it on the outer fabric, then it would bunch up the lining when it gathers. All right, back to the beginning. And reverse stitch. and then back down here. Well, I'm glad you got us eventually, Janice. And around we go. Snip off my ends. And put my pins away. Pop that back on there. And then I've got a piece of cord. If this isn't in stock at the moment, it will be in a bit. And I think my safety pin's too big. Oh no, might just do it. So I've got a piece of sellotape on the end of that to stop it fraying as it goes through. Right through there. And then just thread this through. I remember our bus drive. No, we had our school bus had one of those things where the driver's got his own cabin, so he couldn't talk to us basically. So we had a bus conductor called Peter on the school. But we used to take the mickey. I don't know why. No, I haven't got a new machine mat. This is the whoops, it's that one. Half-yard club project with scrappy fabrics. Oh, so nervous. Oh no, it's a different one, isn't it? I think it's a different one, but not a new one. That was on the half-yard club projects. Where's my ping gone? All right. Brenda, I was trying to look for a bodkin. I've got some somewhere that actually clip onto the end of the cord. For elastic, we do sell elastic threaders on the website in different sizes as well. Oh, Linz and Gran Canaria. Oh, how lovely. It's 31 degrees. Oh, you have a lovely time, won't you? Well deserved, I think. All right, pop that through there and bring it out again. And basically, that's it. So you could tie a little knot in the end of the cord, or put some toggles on the end if you wish. And then in goes your gift. And that goes that. No, I'm not muting the sound of the machine, Mary. My microphone's here and it's sensitive to me, so it doesn't normally pick up too much background noise. If I had a mic on the camera or on a phone or whatever people use, then it tends to pick up everything. But this is directed at me, so if the machine sounds quieter than it is, then that's because of that. Right, that's that, all done. So again, it's quite a soft bag because I haven't used interfacing. But when that's actually got a gift in it, it will be obviously a little bit firmer and stand up and everything. But the main point was to show you how I fit a round bag base in and how to measure it and do the sums and all that kind of thing and revisit pie. Right, so that's that done. Another gift bag. I'm doing all my Christmas gift bags with you, just taking advantage of you. I found the fabric. It is on the website, Little Spinning Wheel. I've put a link in the description box on YouTube. So if you just click on the link, it'll take you straight to the fabric. I've done the same on Facebook as well. So and in the description, that's the link to that particular fabric if you wanted it. Right, well, I hope you enjoyed that. I shall see you again on Wednesday at 4 o'clock when we're going to be doing a folded. We're going to do another gift bag, but it will be a folded bag base. So it'll look like it's got a box base, but it's just a little bit of a different way of doing it. I think sometimes they call them sugar bag bases. Yeah, think so, don't know. Okay, so thank you for joining me today. It's only 12:15, so I might go and walk the dog for a bit, do a bit of filming for the Half Yard Club for the next project there. And I shall see you again on Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.